So Karda Muni, when he created the aerial mansion, they Devahuti and the 1,000 maids, they all also boarded the aerial mansion, and just like if someone gets a ticket for traveling across the world, huh? They were all traveling across the whole universe. Sometimes there are packages which people can buy or people get as a gift, where they get a person to travel across the globe. Huh? So here by the potency of Karda Muni, the aerial mansion was created, and they all traveled across the world through every planets in all the directions. There was no place where Kardama and Devuti had not traveled. And then, uh, after spending good amount of time, Karda Muni, uh, he gave he he expanded himself to 9 forms, and then impregnated her with 9 daughters. Huh? And these daughters were not born from normal circumstances; they were born from her womb. But they immediately, because they were all born from a great yogi, Karda Muni, their upbringing was very fast. On the same day itself, they became very young. So now Karda Muni immediately wanted to leave for forest. You know why he did this? That the daughters grew very fast, because he wanted to escape the household life and leave for forest. And he had already let Dehuti know, let Swayambhu Manu know, let everybody know that I will take sannyas. So as soon as the daughters were born, Kardama Muni, he decided to leave. Now, Devahuti is lamenting that I had a husband who was an unalloyed devotee of the Lord. I had a husband who had attained all kinds of perfection. And he offered also to share his unalloyed love, unalloyed devotion to the Lord to me. Instead, I asked for some broken pieces of glass. I asked for a sense enjoyment. And now, here, he is leaving me. He is leaving me. Now, what is happening here is that Devahuti is now getting a shock of her life. She is now coming in her conscience. She is saying that, my dear Lord, my dear husband, you have fulfilled all your promises, everything. And because I am your surrendered soul, you shall also give me fearlessness. What is the fear of this world? Birth, death, old age, disease. This is the fear of this world. Janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha doshanudarshanam. What is the greatest fear? What is dukkha? Janma mrityu, birth, death, old age, and disease. Janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha doshanudarshanam. We can see the nature of the material world. So much sadness, so much problems are there in this material world. My dear Brahmana, she is saying, my dear Brahmana, as far your daughters are concerned, they are going to find their suitable husbands and they are going to go away. And you are also planning to go for take sannyas. But what about me? Until now, I have simply wasted my time in your association, in sense gratification. I have neglected my duty to cultivate transcendental knowledge. Now, what is this transcendental knowledge which Devahuti is talking about? It's a very, very important point. Transcendental knowledge means knowledge about the Supreme Lord. Sanatan Dharma, Bhagavad Dharma, Jaiva Dharma. What is the transcendental knowledge? If you see Sanatan Dharma, what is Sanatan Dharma? Sanatan means eternal. Dharma means occupation. Right? Sanatan Dharma. We all say we are all following Sanatan Dharma. But what is Sanatan Dharma? In reality, what is it? So the definition is that Sanatan means eternal, Dharma means occupation. That occupation of the living entity which cannot be separated from him at any given point of time is called Sanatan Dharma. That occupation which cannot be separated from us. And what is that occupation? That occupation is rendering unalloyed service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Just to explain this one point, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written an elaborate book, Jaiva Dharma. So one might ask, what is Jaiva Dharma? It's the same. Sanatan Dharma is Jaiva Dharma. Jaiva Dharma means Jiva's Dharma. He is explained very elaborately by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Now there is another question of many times in Srimad Bhagavatam, we hear about Bhagavad Dharma. So what is Bhagavad Dharma now? Bhagavad Dharma is Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan Dharma is Jaiva Dharma. It's the same name. So there are different names of the proper religious principles. Try to understand. I'm trying to help you understand a very important point. There are two kinds of principles in this world. One is general religious principle and another is transcendental religious principles. How many of you know Ajamil? Ajamil from Bhagavatam? Right? Ajamil was on the deathbed. He was on the deathbed. Ajamil was a Brahmana, but he had rendered so many sinful activities, and because of which he was supposed to be dragged in the hellish planets of life. At the time of death, it disturbs me, please. As per a person's activity, he gets destination. Whatever we are doing with this body in this life will decide what is our next destination. It's very simple. So what happened, Ajamil was on the deathbed. He has committed so many sinful activities. He was supposed to be dragged into hellish planets, and that's why the Yamadutas came there. Fortunately, Ajamil had a son whose name was Narayan. And he was unknowingly calling out for the name Narayan, calling out for a child's name. We have here a child, and how many times her mother, her parents, her relatives, they're calling for the name? Many times. They scream at the top of the voice, hey, you come here, this, that, so many times. So he was chanting the name of the Narayan. He was the name of the son Narayan. What happened at the time of his death, when he was 88 years old? The Yamadutas came to take him away. At that time, when he saw those ferocious looking men, he called out for the Narayan, oh Narayan, aha! Ante Narayana Smriti. At the end of the death, he remembered Narayan. And what happened? Vishnu Dutas came there. 4 Vishnu Dutas. Narayana, with every syllable, Vishnu Dutas came there. And Vishnu Dutas were surprised to know that Ajamil is being carried to the hellish planets by Yamadutas. He questioned them. why are you taking them? What is his sin that you are taking him? Sin? They took out a big list. There's so many sinful things he has done. Sin you are talking about. Huh? And the Yamadutas were surprised that how can somebody support Ajamil? Huh? Vishnudutas at that time explained to them what is asked. They first asked, what is your understanding about dharma? So they explained the general religious principles. And as per general religious principles, Ajamil was supposed to be going to hell. Perfect. Huh? As per the records, as per the situations, Ajamil was a sinful person. He was supposed to be punished. Right? Imagine there is a big thief who has stolen money from all the banks in Germany. Right? What is natural for such a person? That police will come and take him to jail. Isn't it? What if suddenly some authorities come and he said, Baba, he has looted the bank here and he has done some auspicious activity. Huh? Imagine. Huh? So, Ajamil's case was that Ajamil was a sinful person. But he has unknowingly taken the names of the Lord Narayana. By calling out for his son Narayana, he has unknowingly chanted the names of Narayana. And which freed him from all the contaminations, all the sinful reactions, not only of this birth, but also for all the past previous births. And that's where the Vishnu Dutas were surprised that Yamadutas were not knowing this about the glories of Ajamil, because Ajamil has unknowingly chanted the names of the Lord. Because Yamadutas were coming from the master was Yamaraj. Yamaraj knew Bhagavad Dharma principles very nicely. Yamaraj knew what is Sanatan Dharma, what is Sanatan Dharma principles. He knew very nicely. So they were surprised that how come Yamadutas were not aware, and how come a person who has chanted the names of the Lord, although unknowingly, so how can Yamadutas drag him to hellish life? At that time, at that point, Vishnudutas explained them the transcendental religious principle, Bhagavad Dharma. That is the point. Huh? So what is Bhagavad Dharma? You need to understand this. Very important point. What is Bhagavad Dharma? What is Sanatan Dharma? What is Jaiva Dharma? To serve Krishna and his devotees is a proper religious principle. Apart from this, everything else is temporary or conditioned dharma. There is something called as Nitya Dharma and there is something called Naimittika Dharma. Naimittika Dharma means dharma which is associated with this body, dharma which is associated with this, the dharma of the body, which like I am the son, now I have some my duties towards my parents, I have some duties towards my wife, towards my children, towards my country, towards my institution where I am working. So all these places, this is Naimittika Dharma. What is Nitya Dharma? Is rendering unalloyed service to the Lord. So the definition of Sanatan Dharma, definition of Bhagavad Dharma, definition of Jaiva Dharma is to serve Krishna and his devotees is Sanatan Dharma. Devotional service to the devotional service to the Lord is the soul's eternal occupational duty. Eternal occupation duty. I'll give a simple example. All of us are born, right? From our parents. So when we go to primary school, when we first have went, remember those days when you went to primary school, right? So please be seated. creates disturbance. Please try to understand that if we are going to primary school, what happens in primary school? We get admission to a new place. And so, does our relationship with our parents change? They're still our parents. From primary school, we go to secondary school. Our parents are still the same. Right? Our relation with our parents is the same. They're our parents. From secondary school, we go to college. We go to university. Our relationship with our parents remains same. Does it change? We get a degree from college, university degree, and we get a big job in a big company. We get a tag, manager. Does it impact our relationship with our parents? No. We get married. After marriage, we have someone in our life. Does that impact our relationship with our parents? We have our children then. The parents, they get married and they have children. They become parents. But does their relationship with their parents change? It remains the same. That is, I'm trying to make a point. Devotional service to the Lord is soul's eternal occupational duty. It doesn't change in any circumstances. It is our natural tendency to render unalloyed love. Why are we unhappy in this world? Because we are vimukh. All our activities are not engaged, not for the pleasure of the Lord. We are doing sense enjoyment, sense gratification. We are just gratifying our own senses. When will we become happy? We are vimukh right now. This is the Lord and we are vimukh. We just want to enjoy this world. But when we become sammukh, when we see the Lord, and when we offer pranams to the Lord, when we render unalloyed service to the Lord, that's where we are actually doing our duty towards the Lord, towards our Jaiva Dharma. So, what is Bhagavad Dharma? Bhagavad Dharma has no contradiction. There are so many religious systems in the world, they contradict each other, right? Some says what, some religion says what. Bhagavad Dharma has no contradictions. Conception of your religion, conception of my religion are absent from Bhagavad Dharma, are absent from Sanatana Dharma. Bhagavad Dharma means following the orders, following the instructions which are given in the Bhagavad Gita. Sarva dharman paritajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham swam sarva papebe mokshichhavi masucha. What is the Supreme Lord saying in the Bhagavad Gita? Surrender. What is he saying? Surrender unto me. Giving what? Giving up all other kinds of dharma. Who is Krishna? Bhagavan. Dharma which is been given to us by Bhagavan is called Bhagavad Dharma. Which is that? Sarva dharman paritajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Bhagavan himself is saying, give up all other misconceptions about religion and simply surrender unto me. That is the topmost religious activity. Therefore, everyone must surrender to God. God is one and God is for everyone. So this transcendental knowledge. So there is no question of what you believe and what I believe. You may have different belief, I may have different belief. That is not. Everyone must believe in the Supreme Lord. What Lord has taught. You may be following some cult, I may be following some cult, I may have some conceptions, you may have some conception, she may have different conception, Prabhu has different conceptions. Baba, you have your understanding of religion, this understanding, he may have his understanding of religion, I may have my understanding of religion. But such conceptions are absent from Bhagavad Dharma. We need to understand that that is a pure conception of religion. Whatever God orders constitutes religion. In Srimad Bhagavatam it is said, Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavad pranitam. Pitama Bhishma also says, Eshavai Bhagavan Sakshat Adyo Narayana Puman. Oh Yudhishthir, whatever Krishna is, if Krishna is saying you should accept the kingdom, then you should accept the kingdom. Why? Because Eshavai Bhagavan Sakshat Adyo Narayana Puman. He is Adi Narayan. Whatever he says is dharma. So in Bhagavad Dharma, there is no question of what you believe and what I believe. Everyone must believe in the orders of the Supreme Lord and carry out those instructions. Whatever Krishna says, whatever God says, should be directly carried out. And that is dharma. That is the real religious principles. Devahuti was surprised that her husband is going without enlightening her with this transcendental knowledge. And she's saying that you are leaving me. I did not knew your transcendental position. I have loved you because I loved you. I was not loving you because you are a Mahabhagavata. I was not loving you because you are a great devotee of the Lord. I was loving you because I was very attracted to you and I was attached to you. And she is saying that nonetheless, she is saying that association for sense gratification is the path of bondage. But the same type of association when performed with saintly persons is the path of liberation. Association with people who are enjoying sense gratification will lead you to path of bondage. Association with saintly people will lead you to perfection, liberation. What is the situation here? Devahuti is saying, I have associated with you unknowingly. You are a glorious devotee, you are a Mahabhagavata. And I have considered you as my husband, my life and soul, my everything. And I only wanted sense gratification for you. But in any case, you are an elevated personality. So please deliver me. Why are you going? Why are you ignoring me? And she's saying that I have been actually cheated by Maya. I have been cheated by the illusory potency of the Lord. Maya, she's cheated me. That I have you as my association. But instead of asking liberation from you, instead of asking about my eternal duty, I have only enjoyed with you. And now you're leaving me. And then she was very sad. She was very morose. And she was begging to Kardama Muni. She was pleading to Kardama Muni, please enlighten me. Please deliver me from the cycle of birth and death. And then the sage said, when she was pleading, begging, and said, okay, I will wait for some more time. And let me tell you, don't be disappointed with yourself. You are actually praiseworthy. Because the Supreme Personality of Godhead, when I received his darshan, he told me personally that he is going to be born from your womb. So don't. And so Kardama Muni encouraged his wife not to be sorry. And she should not think she is unfortunate. Because the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his incarnation as Lord Kapila is going to become her son. He is telling, you have undertaken sacred vows. You have performed tapasya by serving me. And God will bless you. So please continue worshipping the Supreme Lord with your heart and soul. And eventually the time will come when Lord Kapila will become your son. And so Kardama Muni stayed there for some more time. And the Supreme Lord, Kapila Dev, appeared in the womb of Devahuti. And Kardama Muni told her that this son of yours, Lord Kapila, is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sankhya philosophy was explained by him. Sankhya. There are two Kapilas. One is atheistic Kapila, and there is one is Lord Kapila. So here is Lord Kapila, and he explained the Sankhya philosophy. Third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam is especially for you. You should read the entire third canto of Bhagavatam. Okay. And Kardamuni is saying, Lord Kapila is going to cut the knot. You are not in the heart. Our attachment to this material world is very severe. That knot in the heart is very severe. And the biggest attachment, you know what? Is a relationship between the male and female. Husband and wife or any relationship, this is like this. Entangled hearts. Even if the husband becomes detached, still the wife is very attached to him. So the entanglement continues. So both have to be released. That is only possible by the mercy of the sadhus. And Kardamuni is saying that Kapila Dev is going to cut the knot of your heart by becoming your son, and he is going to teach you the knowledge of Brahman. Who is going to teach you? Your own son. You have to surrender to Lord Kapila. And your son is going to narrate to you the Bhagavad Dharma, the religious principles. And so when Lord Kapila Dev was there in the womb, and when he took birth, at that time Brahma and all the devatas from all across the globe, they came there to welcome the Lord. Whenever Narendra Modi now is our Honorable Prime Minister, Narendra Modi ji is in Netherlands right now. So whenever a Prime Minister comes, what happens? Then there are people to welcome him. Even though it is other countries, but they go there, they welcome him very nicely. Right? Etiquette. Whenever the Supreme Lord appears, all the universal authorities who are in the management, right from Brahma to all the devatas, upadevatas, gandharvas, everyone, they all come to welcome him. So they all came there to welcome the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So thank you so much. I just wanted to take a pause here, and our journey was, our discussion was, I just wanted to make sure Kapila was born, and Lord Kapila is born. He will take care of his mother now. He's going to instruct her. So we also take our pause. Thank you so much for the wonderful association and the wonderful participation. It was very nice to have all of you as audience. Thank you so much, and my special thanks to Damodar Priya Mataji, and my special thanks to the management and His Grace Govindadev Prabhu for he has been very kind and very merciful to me, and he has engaged me very nicely in the service of Lord Narasimhadev. So I am very greatly thankful to Govindadev Prabhu, and Damodar Priya Mataji also, she organized this. Any questions, dear devotees? If you may have, we can take them. Thank you so much. No, let it come. Because people are watching live, they will get confused.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for a wonderful lecture. I had two questions. One is from the Katha today, and one is a general question I had based on Sanatan Dharma. So in case time permits, please enlighten us on that. So the first question is about Ajamil. He was saved only because he called out Lord's name so many times in his life. I've heard that sometimes our actions doesn't matter, our intention matters. So people like us or a lot of other devotees, with the real intention we take Lord's name, and people have been doing it. I'm not sure if they're really saved the way they're supposed to be saved, but people like Ajamil who are so sinful, who've been doing only sinful activities all their life, without any intention in his heart, he actually took Lord's name, but he was saved. So something on this.
Okay, just one question. Thank you so much for a wonderful question.
Thank you.
Now we need to understand. If Ajamil, who by unknowingly chanting the names of the Lord, please pay attention to this. This is a very important question. If Ajamil unknowingly chanting the names of the Lord, he was calling out for his son Narayana, but it was the name of the Lord Narayana. By unknowingly chanting, Ajamil got so much benefited that he was rescued from that situation. And then Ajamil from there went to Haridwar, practiced devotional service under the association of sadhus, 13 years. And after 13 years, the same Vishnudutas which came to take him, that same, to save him from that situation with Yamadutas, the same four personalities came to take him after 13 years, and they take him to the abode of the Lord. So if Ajamil can get such kind of benefits, if Ajamil can get such kind of benefits by unknowingly chanting the names of the Lord, then what will happen if we knowingly do the same? We should have Shraddha. What Shraddha we should have? That this name, if this name is the same, the name is the same, right? With Ajamil chanting, we are chanting. The name is the same, it has the same potency. If there is a fire, if he knowingly does the fire or if he unknowingly does the fire, it is going to burn or not burn. If this small girl, she goes, there is a fire there, she goes and try to touch that fire. Will that fire say, oh, this is a small girl and I will not, I should not burn her? Will that do that? Right? So it has a nature. Holy name has a nature. If somebody knowingly chants, somebody unknowingly chants, it will show its effect. It will deliver that also. If we chant with Shraddha, if we chant with conviction, then where is the question of not getting delivered? Why is this prasanga, why is this incident kept in Bhagavatam? So that for us, if Ajamil can unknowingly chanting can be delivered, then those devotees who are genuinely in knowledge, and if they are chanting, why will they not be delivered? Definitely. You have to keep Shraddha. And over the years when you are chanting of the names of the Lord, you will see a huge transformation in our lives. Observe our own life. We have come a long, long way. Our life is transformed immensely. And all these devotees who are practicing, they're full-time devotees, there are such glowing devotees. And when I see the brahmacharis or dancing, singing, and their face is glowing. Where is this glow coming from? From the taking shelter of the Supreme Lord. Because they're chanting the holy names, they're hearing katha, they're worshipping the Lord, dancing the kirtan, doing services to the Lord. So that's why they are so enlightened. So we have to, that Shraddha is very important. Okay. She has one more question.
Yeah. The next question is about Sanatana Dharma.
Yeah.
So these days in India, especially after the recent elections, I've been hearing a lot of people telling things like, we want to eradicate Sanatana Dharma, we want to abolish Sanatana Dharma. Could you enlighten us on that? I mean, is that really possible? I mean, you know from where I'm coming from.
किसी भी माई के लाल में हिम्मत नहीं है कि ये कर सकता है. ठीक है? And in English now, no one who has taken birth from the womb of the mother is qualified, or Hiranyakashipu could not do it. Forget about others. These are not even, they are very insignificant demons. Those who are saying to eradicate Sanatana Dharma, they are demons. Demonic mentality. Demons means people who have demonic mentality. Those who go against the God. Those who go against the religion, Bhagavad Dharma, they are demonic people. And if you see the history of the world, there are many people who have demoniac nature, they had tried to eradicate Sanatana Dharma. Hiranyakashipu tried. There is Bhutana Bhavishyati. There was not a powerful demon like Hiranyakashipu, and there will not be a powerful demon like Hiranyakashipu. Bhutana Bhavishyati. He could not do it. This insignificant mosquitoes will do it. They Mughals tried it, Britishers tried it. Sanatana Dharma is still alive. Mughals ruled for years. Years and years they tried to destroy Sanatana Dharma. Then by Lord's arrangement, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, Maharana Pratap, all these people came and they established Sanatana Dharma again. Earlier the whole world was following Sanatana Dharma. People should understand. This whole world is called Bharatavarsha. And it is not that only India. India was the capital of the world. There was only one Bharat. The whole world was called Bharat. It is called Bharatavarsha. Till date, in Vedic scriptures, this whole world is called Bharatavarsha. All the kings, they are under one rule. And that was and they are all following the kingdom. Everybody was following the Hastinapur. In Mahabharata it is mentioned when Yudhishthira Maharaj was performing Rajasuya Yajna, all the kings from all across the world, they came to attend that Rajasuya Yajna, to accept his supremacy. Who can perform Rajasuya Yajna? Rajasuya Yajna can be performed only by that person who has conquered all the kings on the world and who has also conquered the Devatas. And Yudhishthira Maharaj, with the help of Lord Krishna, he was able to do both. And that's why in his Rajasuya sacrifice, kings from Russia, kings from China, kings from America and all the places, they all were in Hastinapur. They brought gifts and there was a huge line. It is mentioned that huge line. And they were in the queue, they were standing and getting to enter into the Rajasuya sacrifice. They were very eager. And Duryodhana was the manager. Duryodhana was managing all the gifts and everything. It is mentioned in Mahabharata. It is a history. We are not talking something concoction. No, it is a history. It was, so we need to understand the capital of the whole world was Bharat, India, and the whole world was following Sanatana Dharma. This new cults and new religions, these are very recent. They are very recent. The whole world was under the influence of Sanatana Dharma. Eventually, because of the degradation of the people of Kali Yuga, this new things come out, and eventually it will come out also. India is a God-making factory. There are so many gods are manufactured on everyday basis, but because of out of ignorance, they are doing this. They say you are God, we are God, everybody is God. This is nonsense. Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, Mamai Vansho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Krishna is saying Jiva is my Sanatana Ansha. How can he become God? But yes, this is a concocted religion. Then somehow or other that is propagated also. Understanding a true religion is not easy. Coming to the conclusion of the essence of everything is Sanatana Dharma, Bhagavad Dharma, that to having true understanding of it. It is only possible if someone is very bhagyavan, if he gets association of a great elevated souls. Only to them they can explain the transcendent religious principles, which is very durlabha, very rare. So it is not easy to understand. Yes. Prabhu has a question, and from there we can take it.
Yeah. Thank you very much for lecture. I have a question. You said that all religion have the same purpose, to serve the God. And I have a question then about Mayavadis. So we are like very say it's like very, very bad thing, Mayavada. But I heard a lot of times that they also follow the regulative principles and also very often use this word to serve God. They, as we say, pretend to serve the God. And yes, I already expect the answer that they actually serve by some certain point and then they want to give up the service and to become God. But also we see on Christian, for example, they also follow the Christ to go to Himmel. So we're here for bread and for it's like to... it's also not like in this sense devotional service. They also expect something, yes, in Christian religion normally. So I'm not really... My question is why we accept, so to say, Christian path, but don't accept the Mayavada's service, so to say.
So, every person who is on the path of spirituality, trying to look for it, must be respected. Okay? In general, every living entity should be respected. Because in the heart of every living entity, the Lord resides as Paramatma. Now the point is that, but accepting true religion is very, very important from the right source. We respect the Mayavadis as person, but we reject their philosophy. We have nothing to do with them as a person. It is not that we are against the Mayavad Siddhant, impersonal understanding, the concocted understanding which they are presenting. We are against that. We have nothing against that person. We respect that person. But we can't accept concocted religion. If someone says the Supreme Lord's form is Maya, Supreme Lord's body just like you and me, we can't accept that because Lord's body is transcendental. Satchitananda. Who is saying this? Our scriptures are saying. Scriptures are like our mother. Srimad Bhagavatam is like our mother. Srimad Bhagavatam helps us understand who is Krishna. So we need to understand this aspect. With regards to Jesus Christ never preached this Mayavada Siddhant. He always accepted that there is God and he said, I am the Son of God. Okay? And Srila Prabhupada writes that we respect him because he has accepted the form of the God. And yes, his teachings eventually got misinterpreted, concocted, and then was propagated. So we don't accept those concocted teachings, but we respect Jesus Christ as a person because he, in his time, because the actual teachings of Jesus Christ are lost now. Jesus Christ spent around 12 years in India, and they said they spent his good time in Jagannath Puri, and he heard from the sadhus, and then he went and preached. So when he says, I am the Son of the God, and the Supreme Lord is the Father, so that very much matches with our Vedic Siddhanta. Tumeva mata cha pita tumeva bandhu cha sakha tumeva. So we also accept the Supreme Lord as our Father. So we respect that understanding, definitely. But when someone can imagine, we have a form and someone tells us our father and mother doesn't have a form. We have a form, we have a form, right? Someone says, oh, your father is Nirakar. He doesn't have any form. How is it possible? If I have form, then my parents should have form, and like that, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, he also has a form. Because all of us, we exist because of that, right? Yes, your question, Mataji.
Haribol, I think my question is more a logistic question after you mentioned that Bharatvarsh used to be the whole world. So, did they also used to be white all over the world still, or were they all Indian bodied, like brown skin?
The skin was the same.
Oh, so how come the difference now?
Eventually, because of the Kali Yuga, influence of the Kali Yuga, there has been situation has been degraded because of the time, influence of the time. Things get concocted, compromised. The people there. Yudhishthira Maharaj was a ruler, for example. Bharat Maharaj was ruling all of the world. Parikshit Maharaj ruled all of the world. So those great kings, those were like Chakravarti Samrat. They were the kings who were ruling all across the world. So they ensured that the right teachings were propagated all across the world. But since the time that is not there, when those kind of establishment was not there, then gradually all these teachings and everything also got changed. Right?
And another question was, did Kapila Dev also grow up quick, like his sisters?
Yes. Okay. Any other questions? Yes, somebody has a question.
Thank you. Just to clear something about Kali Yuga, can you say something? Can you give more information? Maybe are we in the beginning of Kali Yuga, or are we already? I heard also that Kali Yuga has already finished. That we are kind of Antya Yuga. I don't know. Can you say maybe something to that? Thank you.
I need to answer this question actually.
Yeah, thank you.
Actually, all across the Bharata, India, there is one very famous book of Achyutanand Das, a Vaishnava, who has written a book called as Bhavishya Mallika, and it is a talk of the town these days. And so many things about they have come true, and they're saying the world is going to get destroyed, and the Kalki has already appeared. Major population is going to die. This is what they're saying. So with regards to war and everything, yes, there are huge chances that war may happen. The Third World War may happen. Huge chances are there. As per astrology also, as per numerology also, as per the predictions, all the calculations within next 5 years are only going towards one direction: war. I have did my research on this. As per astrology, as per numerology or any other calculations, the world is heading towards a war, and you can expect full-fledged war may start. We pray that Narsingh Dev, who can nullify everything, can make things peaceful, because war is not good. But prediction is there that major population may wipe out. Okay? And Lord Kalki is going to come and going to restart and start Satyuga from 2032. This is crap. What exactly is going to happen is, yes, there is a greatly elevated personality who is already born. I'm telling you the actual fact, because I have heard from Gaur Govind Maharaj, and Srila Prabhupada also has pointed out at many places that an Acharya will manifest. Your Acharya will manifest. And I have also asked some sadhus also, presently living, they also have confirmed, yes, that person has already born. So he is going to spread following in the footsteps of His Divine Grace S.C. Bhakti Swami Srila Prabhupada. Acharya will manifest, and he will propagate the Sanatana Dharma, and he will unite all the Vaishnava Sampradayas. There will be only one Dharma will be followed, one Vaishnava Dharma will be followed, and Mahaprabhu's movement will spread very nicely. But it is not the Kalki avatar, it is that empowered person. He is like Shaktavesh. He is like an empowered representative of the Lord. So he has already been born. Okay? And he is going to eventually manifest his preaching. Who thought before 1965 that Krishna consciousness, which was propagated in Bharata, will be propagated across the world? But this personality came and changed everything, the course of everything, right? Similarly, right? Yes, war may happen, devastation will. If war happens, definitely devastation is going to happen. If the world war is there, devastation is there. So all of us should be prepared mentally for that. We should be prepared. We should be prepared for the next 5 years. And eventually what is going to happen is, this personality who is born, he will spread the culture of Bhagavad Dharma all over the world. So that is definite. That is definite. The golden time of Kali Yuga is going to begin. But not that Kalki is going to come. Kalki is going to come when he is going to come. It is not that he is going to pre-prompt his incarnation. It doesn't work like that. He is going to come at a destined time when he is going to come. Yes, and an empowered personality is already born. He is already on the planet. And very soon we will see him manifest in few years. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.